Liverpool's quite a poor city. Merseyside's quite a poor region. So I was trying to figure out what would it look like for us to have some sort of construct, some sort of structure that would help churches being planted operationally. So that's why the collective was born. It was born because if we want to reach Merseyside, of which there are 1.6 million people and less than 2% attend a gospel preaching church, if we're going to reach those people, it's going to be so much better doing it together than on our own. So in 2009, my wife and I, Sean, with a group of people, went to a small little Brethren assembly just in the Penny Lane area of Liverpool, and they had about 15 people on a Sunday, and they asked if I would go and be their pastor. So I think right at the beginning there was a real heart and a vision to see people trained up, men discipled to become elders and pastors, and to see churches planted. So we planted a church after a few years, and we planted on the other side of the Mersey River, which is the Wirral. A few years later, we planted another church, and it was after we planted our second church, we felt we needed to figure out what it looked like for us to continue in community one with another. We wanted to think less about being a network or a group of churches, but being a communion of churches. We have three values. The first one will be theological communion. So we agree on theological convictions. Missional communion, that we are united together in our mission together to reach Merseyside with the good news of Jesus Christ. And then the third one, relational communion, is the one that underpins it all in one sense. Obviously theology is important and mission is important, but the relational piece is something that actually ties those things together. We want to be able to be those that actually truly live in the unity that Christ has won for us. It says in Psalm 133, behold how good and pleasant it is when brothers dwell in unity. It's not that we have to create that unity has already been created. The question is, are we going to dwell in it? And that's our hope for the Cornerstone Collective, that in light of our theological communion, in light of our missional communion, that we have a relational communion that Christ has won for us, that we want to grow deep in. So this sort of word, koinonia, deep communion that you see in the Bible, was something that we wanted to base the Cornerstone Collective on. So anybody that has the heart to want to plant a church comes and is part of one of the Cornerstone Collective churches for a year, for 18 months. And during that time, there's training, there is input, there is the opportunity to be part of the ecosystem or the community of church planters and leaders. And then from the churches in the Cornerstone Collective, if it's right for that person to plant a church in a particular area, they'll build a team. And through building the team will be trained, and then the church will be sent out. The senior pastors of those churches will meet once a week, every Monday, and we meet to pray for each other, to encourage each other, to support each other. You will never see a healthy church without a healthy leadership. So our primary input is with the leaders of the churches. We want to see healthy leaders. We want to see them having healthy marriages. We want them to be leading churches that are growing in maturity and are growing towards a position of health. And that requires us to pour in and to develop our leaders. The Cornerstone Collective is not about building the Cornerstone Collective. The Cornerstone Collective is a means by which we can be part of seeing God's kingdom grow both in Merseyside and around the world.